Hi there, my name is Jackie Leibowitz and I'm with the Water Resources Program at IFAS Extension, Sarasota County. I'm going to be showing you how to reprogram your irrigation controller to be in accordance with water restrictions. So starting January 1st, 2023, residents of unincorporated Sarasota County will be following a new watering schedule. If you live in the city of Sarasota, city of Venice, Northport, or Longboat Key, these restrictions do not apply to you. Be sure to check your city or municipality's website to make sure that you are following their water restrictions. So no matter where you are in Sarasota County, be sure not to turn on your irrigation from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. This is when the sun is at its peak and you don't want to waste any unnecessary water due to evaporation. Now, if your address ends in a 0 or 1, you should water on Monday. If it's a 2 or a 3, water on Tuesday. If your address ends in a 4 or 5, water on Wednesday, 6 or 7 on Thursday, 8 or 9 on Friday. And if you don't have an address that ends in a number or maybe ends with a letter, your watering day is Saturday, and there is no watering for any addresses on Sunday. All right, so here we have a pretty standard looking irrigation controller, and this is a really important part of your irrigation system because it's going to determine how long you run your zones for, what zones you run, and when you run them. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the settings and make sure that they're up to date with the new watering restrictions. So the first thing we're going to want to do is check out our date and time and make sure those are correct. So right here we have November 22nd, 2022, which is absolutely up to date. That is today, so that's good. I don't have to touch it. And now we're looking at the current time. So it is 10:11, but let's say I did have to make a change for whatever reason to the time on my controller. All I need to do is use these up and down arrows to change the hour, and if I need to change the minutes, I just press this button here and this will take me to minutes, and it's the same situation with the up and down arrows. So that's all looking correct. So next I want to take a look at my start times. So as I mentioned, you don't want to run your irrigation system from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. when the sun is at its peak. So I need to go through my programs and make sure that they aren't running in that time window. So right here we have program A set for 5 a.m., which is good. And we have our program B set for 4:30. So it's good to have a little bit of time staggered between them so you're not running your entire system at once. And then I don't have anything set for C. So I can move on to the next part of setting my irrigation controller programming, and that is going to be taking a look at these days of the week. So let's say my address, for instance, is 1201 Beach Drive, Sarasota, Florida. So my address ends in a 1, which means that my watering day is Monday. So you'll notice that I have my Monday on, which is great. And I just want to make sure to check that all of my programs right here are also running on Monday. And then all you have to do is turn off the rest of the days of the week to make sure that you're only watering on Monday. So if you happen to see anything on, all you have to do is press the down arrow here to turn it off. And just be sure to do that for all of the days of the week. Now, this blue section right here, these are our zone run times. So this will tell you how many zones you have active in your irrigation system and how long they're currently running for. So right now, we're on zone 1, which is running for 43 minutes. And you may or may not have zones programmed all the way through 13. So for instance, on our little irrigation controller here, we only have 4 zones active. So if you want to figure out how long you should be running a zone for, all you have to do is calibrate your system. And you can do that with the use of some coffee tins or tuna cans, cat food tins, whatever you have on hand. Just make sure they're uniform in size. Place them across the irrigation zone that you're trying to calibrate. Then turn that zone on manually for 10 minutes. So all you have to do for this kind of controller is hold down manual start, and that is going to run that zone that you want to calibrate. Now this little section here indicates whether you have your rain sensor active or bypassed. It's really important, especially now when rain is as valuable as it is, to keep your rain sensor in active mode. And that's going to make sure that you're not going to double water with your irrigation system when you get a significant rain. So that's kind of the basics of this controller here. Now you might have a controller that looks completely different, in which case I really recommend checking out your user manual, making sure that you're following the programming instructions according to that manual, because that's going to be your best resource. After you're done with all your programming, be sure to turn your dial back to auto. And that's it, you're done. To learn more, visit scgov.net and search for the keywords water restrictions, or you can call 311 for more information.